Help came too late for a woman who died on Wednesday after her car was submerged steps away from Niagara Falls on the U.S Canada border, and a dramatic rescue came up short. Rescue workers arrived at the scene at around noon to lift a woman out of her car after it wound up in the Niagara River some 150 feet before the brink. A member of the Coast Guard Swift Water Rescue Team was lowered from a helicopter to the car but found the woman already dead inside her car. The area was experiencing typical November weather of freezing temperatures and precipitation. Local police were seen beforehand calling in a drone to survey the scene before the U.S Coast Guard took over the rescue. The woman was in her 60s.
Mexico, in one of the worst accidents to befall migrants risking their lives to reach the United States. According to video footage of the aftermath and civil protection authorities, the trailer broke open and spewed out migrants when the truck crashed on a sharp curve outside the city of Tuxtla Gutierrez in the state of Chiapas. The Attorney General's office put the death toll at 54. A Guatemalan man who witnessed the incident was shocked, saying that it took a bend and because of the weight of us people inside, they all went with it. He said the trailer couldn't handle the weight of people. Authorities said several dozens people were injured and taken to hospitals in Chiapas, which borders Guatemala. More than 100 people were traveling inside the trailer. The Chiapas state government said men, women, and children were among the dead. President Andrés Manuel López Obrador on Twitter expressed his sorrow at a very painful incident. Migrants fleeing poverty and violence in Central America typically trek through Mexico to reach the U.S. border, and sometimes cram into large trucks organized by smugglers in extremely dangerous conditions. A spokesman for Guatemala's presidency, Kevin Lopez, says this shows that irregular migration is not the best way. The accident occurred when a large trailer overturned on a dangerous curve outside of the city of Tuxtla Gutierrez, said Luis Manueles Garcia, head of the Chiapas Civil Protection Agency. The accident also gravely injured dozens of people, who were taken to the hospital in the area. Chief of Chiapas Fire Brigade Marco Antonio Sanchez has confirmed that some of the victims of all ages said they were from Honduras.
Swedish company Jetson Aero has built what it says is the first commercially available personal electric aerial vehicle in hopes that in the future it will be able to replace traditional cars as a means of transport. Jetson Aero has claimed to have developed the world's first commercially available flying car. It's a bit Formula One car experience. The Jetson Aero 1 is a vertical takeoff and landing vehicle for one person that the company says takes 5 minutes to learn how to fly. It has 4 horizontally mounted propellers, one at each corner of the vehicle, like a small civilian radio-controlled drone. Flying is simple and easy. It feels like a bit like a magic carpet, and it induces this profound, almost ecstatic feeling of experiencing flight.
This is a fly-by-wire system, which means there is no physical connection between the joystick and the propulsion. It's all the message from the joystick is being sent by the wires to the flight computer, and then the flight computer dictates the revolutions for each one of the motors, and thus it stabilizes the machine in the air automatically.
The Jetson Aero founder has said that the holding back progress or limiting technology in the Jetson 1 is the battery. With the current battery technology available is about 20 minutes flight. So one can fly around 20 minutes and then you have to return to base and recharge it. He aims that in 10 years from now to substitute cars and to have maybe a product like flying car. He has added that there's an entire legal framework that needs to be changed for this. He says this is just a very small step where the company is aiming at letting the user have a lot of fun. Jetson Aero's Chief Technical Officer has explained that the vehicle's flight control system was a fly-by-wire system, which means it uses computers to process the flight control inputs. The aluminum and carbon fiber 8-engine flying car sells for $92,000 and can reach a top speed of 102 kilometers per hour and run for 18 minutes. So far, they have sold around 150 units, 80% to the United States.